Hi there, this is Jason Eagle, your natural authority. We're going to talk about building muscle and repairing muscle. Anytime we make muscle, okay, let's say people say, I want to build more muscle. I'm weak, I want my muscles to get bigger. I want to get ripped. I'm flabby, and I want to lose some weight, I want to build some muscle. I want to get more fit. Well, when you have a muscle, you have the same amount of muscle cells. So you're not adding more muscle cells, like you're not adding more bricks to the building. You have the same amount of cells that you start with. So if a muscle gets bigger, the reason it gets bigger is because you tear it and then it repairs itself. It tapes itself, basically puts duct tape on it, okay? So a muscle's getting bigger is because you're adding that repaired muscle. Okay, so that means it's essential to know that every time you work out, and if you're working out enough to build muscle, that means you're tearing it down. Now, usually when we're just kind of working out normal and you're not that sore, you're doing micro tearing. But when you really work out and you're really heavy and you feel like, oh my God, am I really sore? Like when you do leg day and you can barely sit on the toilet. What is that pain coming from? That pain is coming from what's called lactic acid. And lactic acid, where did that come from? That lactic acid came from those torn tissues. It is a metabolite waste of the torn tissues. And so tearing is part of building. So it's a tear and repair. So the repairing phase is where you actually build the muscle. People think they build it when they're working out. You don't. You build it when you repair it. So you're actually building muscle while you sleep. Now, what slows the repair process down is getting rid of the waste products. If that waste products takes you 5 days to get rid of, then it's going to take you 5 days before you really heal and then start to build. Whereas if you squeeze it out of the muscle immediately or within the next day, then that muscle repairs and heals and grows much faster. So there we get into the foam roller. The foam roller is like dough. Right? You roll out dough, you roll out pizza dough. So foam roller can be used on any part of the body. Now, a lot of times people know you can lay on your back. So you lay it on the floor. And then, again, this is really common for people of like, oh, I want to roll my back. Okay, so that's a very common thing. And you can feel it. You can even sometimes feel your spine crack. Oh, like that. Now, you can also roll on, like, say, your shoulders and stuff like that. But a lot of people think, well, how do I do my legs? You sit on it, Potsy. So to do, let's say, this thigh muscle, what you're going to do is you're going to sit on it and you're going to literally put your weight on it. Now, sometimes people have to support their weight, or sometimes you can actually get full weight on it. And so this is going to be rolling, and I'm rolling up to my butt. And again, the most important part to roll is actually the tendon, right where it attaches to the bone. But you're rolling on it and you're essentially squeezing it and squishing it. And if I want to do the side of my leg, then I'll roll on my side. And it's kind of sore right now, but I used to be able to see there I can put full pressure, but it hurts. Now if I want to do the front part of the leg, which would be the quad, I'm going to lay on it like this. Okay, and I'm going to be rolling back and forth, like again, squeezing that bad fluid out and squeezing the good fluid in. Now, again, if a person says, well, what about my inside thigh? You can get in here and essentially hump the floor. You get it on the inside of those, what's called the internal rotators, that tight band. A lot of times people, when you work on people, it's that tight band that they feel on the inside that's called gracilis. You can get in there and you can literally roll it out. So you can do every section of the leg. You can also do, for instance, the calf. The calf muscle, you're basically putting the back of that calf down there. You can do the side, which is that tibialis anterior, right? People even too, like when you're running, sometimes your feet get sore. You can do your feet. So get your foot on it and you're right on the arch muscle and you're putting pressure on it and you're rolling it back and forth. Right now, imagine too, like again, you can also do, like when you do arms, you can do the pec muscle. So getting on the floor and putting my arm in here and rolling on it. And then rolling on the side, the lat muscle, you do those lat pull downs and they get really sore. And roll on your ribs, roll on that side muscle. Again, every time you do one side, do the other side and roll down the arm. Oh man, I'm on tricep right now, deltoid and tricep, and you can feel it. And I like to sometimes, you can use the full roller, but get it right in that little notch there. You can get in these little crevices. Oh, man. Oh, and then sometimes too, you find where it's painful, get it and sit on it. Basically, oh, let it relax. Get it like in this place, not just rolling back and forth, but get it in a place where you feel a little bit sore, and then hinge it back and forth. Back and forth. If I want to get this front part of the muscle, again, laying on the floor, and you'll find a way and get that muscle in there and put that weight in there. And again, that's what makes the muscle build, because you have to squeeze the junk out of it and also squeeze the healing juice, which is your new cells in there, and new blood, and that's how a muscle recovers. And so getting rid of the pain is essential because, yes, the pain limits your movement and you want more movement if it hurts to but after you do some foam rolling, especially like if you're having trouble lifting your shoulders, rolling on here, right in here on the latissimus dorsi, you'll have a person that's as far as they can get, roll on the lats, and then immediately get up and try and lift it, and you go, whoa, my arm goes way up. It's easier. So you can do any muscle in the body. You got sore neck, lay down on the floor, put your neck on the back of it. Basically, you can go right on that neck muscle. You can also get like right in the crook there. Oh, man. These side muscles right here, the sternocleidomastoid, all the way up to the throat. And like I said, sometimes you just get there. You almost sit there until you feel better, and then you can keep moving. And that feeling better, where you let it go, that's a sign that your body is releasing, and you're actually releasing good hormones. And those good hormones are a sign that you're healing. That's another thing, is you need to squeeze those bad hormones out and squeeze the good hormones in, those good happy feeling, dopamine and serotonin. That makes the muscle build. Okay, till next time, thank you. Bye-bye.